WWE SummerSlam comedy show, WWE Late Night, which is like a throwback to the late night. And, you know, it's going to be like a late night talk show with some roast jokes and with Tony Hinchcliffe. And they're trying to figure out a way to incorporate him. Him being on commentary wasn't the best look. Maybe they'll do it again. I think he did a great job as far as like knowing when to chime in and knowing about the wrestlers. But the problem is people don't want him being like, oh, yeah, this guy's got a hairy back. Yeah, you know, like that Tony Hinchcliffe. It just doesn't really fit the wrestling show. And roast comedy isn't for everybody. You know, it's just that simple. There's a lot of people who think roast comedy is like hacky just to begin with. Whereas there's a lot of people who think that's the best. That's the only true type of comedy where you can actually get away with. It's not about getting away with saying shocking either. It's not about that. Like, because a lot of people rely on that. Let me just make an abortion joke and try, you know what I mean? And just shock the crowd. And a lot of people fall back on that. It's kind of hacky. And I agree. But it is a place where everyone involved signs up to like nothing's off limits and let's just be free to be funny. And I really believe, you know, I'm not one of these guys like Elon Musk. Oh, they're trying to ban comedy. Did you say what they're trying to do? Like, that's so hack. I get it. There's so many people like, oh man, the comedians were the only free speech in the world. I'm canceled. Check out my Netflix special. Isn't free speech great? Like that, you guys know I roast all that all the time because it's tacky, it's corny to me. But at the same token, you have to be able to make jokes, and the people who sign up for roasts know, like, okay, the gloves are off and we can kind of say, now this is just late night though. Like we don't even know if this is going to be like opening monologue, Daily Show style. I feel like it's going to be more that vibe. And then with some guests, right? Like maybe Triple H is a guest, whatever. Maybe someone gets attacked on the show, but it's going to be like that Vince McMahon late night. Yeah, late night, pal. It even has the retro logo and all that. So again, Ringside News is like fan backlash. Where was the backlash? I don't hear anybody crying about it this time. And if they are crying about it, they're just crying about like the roast. And Netflix and WWE are trying to figure out, how do we incorporate Hinchcliffe into stuff that we're doing? If the limit to your guys' comedy intake, if pro wrestling's off limits to like, hey, Nia Jax is a big woman, she's a football player, you know, her safe word is hut hut hike or whatever the joke, like she laughed about it and then she went and made jokes back at David Lucas or whatever that night. If you guys listen to the roast, we have the audio. And she's like, oh, it's funny you made those jokes because you wanted to me or whatever. It's a roast. And you have to be able to have fun. So if wrestling's above jokes, I just don't think it is, man. I think if you're not able to laugh at how silly wrestling is and at yourself, but yeah, they're just trying to figure out how to integrate everything together, brand synergy, if you will. And hopefully this late night show is it, because if this show sucks and no one enjoys it and everyone roasts it afterwards, you know, this might be it for Tony and the wrestling crossovers. But I just don't see it as long as they're in business with Netflix, because they all just have vested interests in getting this Tony Hinchcliffe and Tom Segura. And they want these guys crossed over with the wrestling audiences and the UFC audiences and vice versa, okay? That's the Rogan sphere, if you will, of comedians. So hopefully I did justice there in explaining why you shouldn't be a pussy and just try and enjoy that show is basically what I was saying there. Just long-winded. Shayna Baszler was reportedly listed as a producer for last night's NXT. She was listed alongside Chris Gerard for the Kalani Jordan versus Lainey Reed match. Lainey Reed just taking the world by storm, man. And WWE released her on May 2nd as a part of Talent Cuts. However, she's been working there as a producer. Round of applause for her, I guess, getting her job back. Shayna got her groove back, right? Yeah. I'm just happy for her, and she's a great eye and ear for talent, I suppose. I don't know if ear matters, maybe for promos wise. And yeah, she'd make a great producer. They don't want to lose that connect with Josh Barnett either. And I'm pretty sure Barnett is her agent or manager or whatever. And I'm not saying like they would lose that connect, but Baszler's someone, and I'm glad she accepted the role, because it's like they just might not see anything for her in ring going forward. She's still a solid mind as a shooter and a pro wrestler, you know? So why would you want to get rid of that entirely? So yeah, Thirsty Thurston says Nick Khan personally is an investor in John Wall Street. So why do you need to write this story? He did it because John Wall Street reported some fucking nice shit about WWE and TNA again. And Carlos Silva did an interview there. And so Thurston's like, oh, Nick Khan's an investor there. So does that mean Carlos Silva's lying? You're a dick suck for fucking anti-WWE rhetoric. So do you work for AEW then? Like, who gives a fuck? Who's paying you? Like, who cares, dude? Thirsty ass Thurston. Speaking of thirsty, here is Charlotte Flair on a boat. And she talks about Tiffany Stratton's 0-3 marriage remarks. And she says, it rocked me legit. I'm not too proud to tell you that. My reaction to that line was as genuine as it gets. See? She was fucking flustered. No, it was a work. You don't know. I think your boy Phil's got a pretty good eye and finger on the pulse of what's going on in that fucking ring a little bit as far as an observer. And the greatest observer, Brian. And she looked flustered, bro, to be honest. I think Tiffy started licking. It was all rehearsed. Yeah, she practiced it in the mirror 45 times because the anxiety was flowing because she fucking knew she was going to go off the rails during that promo. I truly believe that. But yeah, Charlotte says, in my head, Charlotte hasn't been divorced. So I was, what? What are you, a born-again virgin too? It don't work like that, ladies. I'm sorry to tell you. No, she's talking about the character, Charlotte. I get it. But then Charlotte wouldn't have. No, in your head, though. I'm going to call you out, Charlotte, because in previous promos, you had told Liv Morgan, oh, I have real Latino heat at home when you were married to Andrade. You did bring that into kayfabe yourself. But anyways, she says, so I wasn't expecting it to come up in that promo. Yeah, I think she wasn't expecting a lot of that shit to come up in that promo. We talked about WWE 2K25 earlier, and it's revealed that the new Wyatt Sicks quest is coming tomorrow to the island. And there will also be footage of Bray Wyatt and promos and shit that he filmed, I guess, that will be exclusive to the game, like little bits of him talking and maybe some stuff you didn't see that was supposed to be on TV that never got a chance to be on TV. But will be accessible beyond the cemetery gates in the Deadlands without needing to complete any chapters. Good, because I'm only done chapter 1. And they're here. Wyatt Sicks is on the island with some exclusive Bray Wyatt stuff. And I can't wait for that because fuck it, that's WWE Raw drew its lowest numbers for last week's episode. The show scored 2.5 million views globally for the week per Netflix data, 4% down 4% from the prior week, and with 4.6 million hours viewed, it's down 12%. The views and hours viewed were both the lowest yet. The show ranked number 3 for the week on US, number 3 on Netflix for the week. That ain't bad at all. Even with the prior week, and number 5 globally, down from 4. So I don't know, man. It's summertime. Like, and I give AEW this as well, you know, when they like pop their good rating for Grand Slam Mexico. I know it's a hot lucha summer, but like even on my YouTube channel, man, views are down and shit in the summertime. Anyone will tell you that, you know. And then they're up around like the holidays where everybody's home and there's not much to do and you're inside more. So again, man, it's doom and gloom bullshit. Their lowest rating on Netflix is like their highest ratings they've done in years and years. Like if you factor in the entire global viewership, and it's all good, man. It's all part of the show. Netflix and them are happy. People are trying to doom and gloom with WWE, and they just don't understand what the initiative here is here with Netflix, which I've been on the forefront of breaking down this entire fucking time. And Raj just spits. So like, where's all the sickos? Raj is just the WWE defender. Where are you sickos getting mad at him when he posts, look, their lowest numbers? The same way I determine AEW's lowest numbers. They don't keep the same energy because they're dumb fucks and they don't care. In a new photo from WWE's upcoming Unreal docuseries, Alba Fyre is listed as Lyra Valkyria's opponent in the semifinals of the Women's IC Championship tournament on December 30th, implying the original plan was for her to defeat Natalya and Io Sky in the first round. Pretty fucking crazy. But not shocking either. And so they knew they were going to make the releases. That's all that tells me. They knew that Isla Dawn was not going to be there. They knew that they were keeping Alba Fyre for a long time. And they knew that they were going to push her in the IC. tournament. And then when the whole Chelsea Green Secret Harvest thing came up and they looked at who's coming back and what's going on and, oh, is Alexa Bliss this? And they sort of looked at everything. They decided, okay, Alba, you go over here. But this just tells me that they planned on keeping her and that she will ultimately end up getting an IC title run at some point, or maybe a shot at the belt, and they see a future in Alba Fyre. And I've said it as well. People got to remember how big of a component she was in NXT UK and NXT as a singles and a tag, you know, and they see a lot in Alba Fyre, and, you know, they realistically always have. Isla Dawn, maybe not as much. I don't know why they released her, but maybe they just saw Alba as a singles, and then the Secret Harvest stuff came up. And then maybe ultimately Alba and Chelsea have a feud, or just whatever comes of that. But yeah, they have plans for her, is essentially why she didn't get released along with her tag partner. People wondered why. That's why. Whatever it is, Triple H has her factored into, she was going to be IC champ, it looked like, you know, or at least the runner-up. So there you go. And then Dakota Kai got that slot, and then she got fucking released. So there you have it. Tommy Dreamer comments on, and maybe that meant Alba was on the chopping block and then they swapped her with Dakota. But I don't know if they were looking at, oh, let's put someone in the finals and then release them. I don't know why they'd view that as a beneficial thing to do at all. But Tommy Dreamer comments on Karrion Kross after last night's Raw on Busted Open. Shout out Busted Open. And yeah, I agree with him here. And it's just everybody repeating the same thing now. Like, what more does he got to do? He takes out one of the most beloved baby faces and everyone's cheering him. And this isn't, yeah, let's cheer the bad guy. This is like, Kross is over and we want him, so please give us Kross. Because that's who the fuck we want, WWE. We don't care if he's bad. We don't care if he's good. We just want more of him. We'll boo him if you want. But right now, we want more and we want to see more. So we're going to cheer him every time we see him to let you fucking know this is what we want. Again, this is a take everybody has because it's the only take to have at this point in the fucking discussion when it comes to WWE and Karrion Kross.
Karrion Kross comes out after he did his damage, after he attacked one of your top baby faces, and the people are going,
oh my God.
They're cheering for him, though he's just playing the role of the bad guy. So, like, what is it? What do you have to do to be the heel? One of the greatest minds I've had the pleasure of being around was Ravishing Rick Rude. Rick Rude was tall, good looking, could wrestle, had an amazing body. Why would you ever?
Fuck, he really did have an amazing body, bro. Can you guys see that? Look at that bod, dude. On Rick Rude, on God. Make you wish you have this hot bod, you sweat hogs.
Ever boo for Rick Rude because it was everything he did in the ring. Bobby Heenan said cool stuff. Ravishing Rick Rude said cool stuff. And they were booed. And they went out there and made great baby faces because of how great of heels that they were. I need to be talked down off the ledge here. I don't know who to cheer and boo anymore. Karrion Kross, good looking, friggin' good body, can wrestle, does take bumps, has the hot girl. Why should...
Here's the thing, Tommy Dreamer. We'll boo him, but we just want him on TV. Do you get it? So, and I'm not like trying to call Tommy Dreamer out here, but it's like fans are going to cheer what they want. They're not going to like boo him really hard and make it seem like, no, we don't want you or whatever, even though that's the reaction WWE wants. They were hoping he'd get like super huge boos, which is as good as cheers in wrestling, sometimes even better. They're cheering because they just want him on TV. They don't give a fuck what he's doing. So we'll boo him, Tommy. I know it's weird because we're in the Christopher Columbus generation, right? We're just making shit up these days, but it's a little different now. This gen just wants him so fucking bad. They're not even cheering him because of the Stone Cold thing. Yeah, we're with you in your actions. It's not that. We're just like, put him on fucking TV, man. We want Kross badly. He's a star. Push this guy. If he's on TV every week and in meaningful shit, we'll boo the shit out of him, you know? But they fucked up and they didn't capitalize on that. Because we said it. We've been like, well, we want Kross. Oh, maybe Kross gets a push. Maybe Kross. Now it's this thing where we're just cheering him, and they're going to have to push him as a babyface.
He cheat. Why should he do all this?
But I agree. I'm over the fucking we're cool bad guys shit. I'm fucking over it, you know?
Things he does, then just make him the good guy. But then would you turn on him? I need some help.
And if you make him the good guy and they turn on him, good. We care about Kross. That's what matters. We care about him.
Understanding this.
We fucking care about Kross, guys. And Tommy Dreamer and Busted Open Nation. Gunther versus Penta. So here's a little spoiler. Sorry, I should, if you guys don't know this, spoiler alert. Okay? Spoilers. And I'm dead serious because like I don't like hearing shit like this. It's got 500,000 fucking impressions too. I didn't want to see this either, but Gunther versus Penta for the World Heavyweight title is being advertised for next weekend's live event in Corpus Christi, Texas. And it's weird that they're even advertising it. To me, I feel like we're being worked by WWE. Now, they're throwing out things to work us and shit. So it's not like that's out of the realm of possibility that they're working us, just advertising this match. Why advertise it? They've gotten away with not advertising matches ahead of time and still selling out and still putting on great shows and still without spoiling what their show's going to be. But Gunther and Penta, if that's what's scheduled for Raw, then I guess Gunther's walking out of there with the belt. I'm not saying I want to see Goldberg a bunch. I do think this will be his retirement. I don't think he'll wrestle more than this. I'd be willing to bet he gets hurt in this match somehow, and I'm not wishing that on anybody. You guys know that. But I'm willing to bet that he will pull a thing or strain a thing or fucking go, you know what? I got beat up worse, way worse than I thought, man. Are they going to retire Goldberg by choking him out clean? He is kind of a fucking MMA mark. So here is Roxanne Perez working out with Sheamus. And she points out that the start of Gunther's WWE entrance theme sounds like Baby Shark. Now, Mrs. Marks pointed this out to me as well. She's like, you know that sounds like the beginning of Baby Shark. And I was like, I don't think so, but it is what it is. And then we sort of argued about it because that's what old couples do. And then turns out she was right because that's also typically what happens when you're married, fellas. You find that out. Your wife is typically right about shit.
What's the most embarrassing song on your playlist?
I love Justin Bieber. I also have Baby Shark on mine.
Here's the thing. Baby Shark's embarrassing, but Justin Bieber's not that embarrassing. Like, he's got some bangers, you know?
Last week, my niece was watching, and my sister calls me. She's like, funniest thing just happened. Gunther, it's the first time she watched Gunther. And
Was he singing Baby Shark?
no, his music starts playing, and it's like, da-da, da-da.
Oh, like
And my niece goes, oh, it's Baby Shark. And she just starts singing Baby Shark to Gunther's theme song. And now I can't unhear it.
We should
Every
change-
time I hear Gunther's theme song, I hear it.
Well, because Baby Shark's doing sort of the Jaws thing. Da-na, da-na, da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, you know?
we should change Gunther's music. It should be a poll online, guys. Can we change Gunther's music?
Poll in the chat. Can we change Gunther's music? Hey, Sheamus, you came to the right place. PWT's known for their massive polls. So poll in the chat. No.
Whatever it is he has now to Baby Shark. I think it'd be awesome. Be
I
a
think
huge
it would
hit.
be awesome. Yeah.
Why
The
not?
kids would love it.
Of course they will. Gunther's all about the kids, man.
Yeah.
It's John Williams. No. I'm not listening. Gunther's great. I don't hear you. It's not Baby Shark. It's John Williams' Jaws theme. Yeah, exactly. They're just doing the Jaws thing. You guys nailed it. Okay, guys. So let's move along. We got more news. We got more WWE news. So Scott Stanford. I'm Scott Stanford, and this is This Week in WWE. You guys know this guy? He used to do the fucking, here's the events we have coming to near you, you know? Scott Stanford has confirmed his departure from WWE after 15 years with the company. You will be missed, buddy. But yeah, Megan Morant can do your job now. I'm fucking joking. WWE LFG Zena Sterling and Elijah Holyfield go public with their relationship. Now, I mean, lucky for her, she found a dude taller than her. She's a tall woman, you know? I know how important that is for ladies. A lot of them are like, you know, they get asked, how, you know, does your man have to be tall? And they say above 6 feet, or they say, I don't care as long as they're taller than me, right? Like, those are the two. Ask any woman, right? And so, yeah, WWE LFG Zena Sterling and Elijah Holyfield go public with their relationship. Imagine their babies. The freak athletes they're gonna fucking be. They're already NIL'd, pal. They have fucking they have like a WWE starts like freezing their talents' eggs and like other talents' sperm and shit. We'll create super wrestlers. We'll take over. Dude, that's the next step. The fertilization wing, the FIL. But seriously, though, I mean, if these two have babies, god damn, will those kids be just superior genetic fucking Scott Steiner level freak athletes. And good for them, man. So here is Cody Rhodes. Now, fuck, man. Fanatics goes hard. When you play this Cody Rhodes show, I forget what it's called. So what do you want to talk about or whatever? When you play clips of this, man, they go hard on you on YouTube for this show. It's like immediately when the live goes down, they're like, "Oh, we got you for this clip of them talking about or them talking about Ryback or whatever the fuck." So I'm gonna play this, and hopefully I'm gonna like scroll down and try and transform it enough. And here's Ricky Starks though, who talks about having quite the first phone call with Triple H, and he shares his story of his first phone call with Triple H. And we also have Ricky Starks in our next segment, AEW Hot News. So don't go anywhere. I know it's late. I know it's after dark. I know we've been here almost 4 goddamn hours, 3.5 hours, but we still got AEW news, folks. And Ricky Starks talks about how he got shit for supporting his guy. And what I love about this show is these wrestlers get shit-faced, man. I fucking love it. I love it. This is one of the best pods out there. And they just get shit-faced off Wheatley, and Ricky Saints was fucking lit. And I also uploaded a short today on the YouTube channel of, Damian Priest just being lit out of his tree too, with Cody Rhodes going back and forth. But yeah, here's a clip of Ricky Saints' first conversation with Triple H. And it's super quiet on their end, okay? So I apologize.
Triple H?
Yeah.
King of Kings?
Triple H called me.
Yeah.
And
the game.
I had just got off a flight.
Assassin. My gosh, a lot of nicknames.
Just got off a flight to Seattle, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And he called me, and I was just like, I didn't know the number. And it didn't say Stanford or anything. So I was like, who is this? And I always answer. Even if it's unknown, I always answer. Because you never
bold.
Know. I know.
That's bold. I never answer my phone.
I like it.
Yeah, dude, I'm the opposite. I don't answer my phone. I turn notifications off. But Ricky Saints is like, nah, let's see what happens,
Yeah, sure. Let's get into it, baby.
Okay.
I'm cool with it.
Like to play a fire a little bit.
Yes, for sure.
Saints Redemption, dog.
Exactly. That's why I'm here.
Oh.
I chugged that.
I need to chug it, but I will give you a little top off.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What if I chug it? I'll give you a top off. So he's already lit. He's topping off this fucking drink. Looks like Ricky's drinking a skinny bitch.
So Hunter,
which is also a drink of choice of mine,
calls me.
Yeah.
I'm getting off this flight in Seattle, and I can barely hear him because the airport's so loud.
even though this is American vodka.
Yeah.
And he
Lots of pauses. Don't want to get sniped.
he asked me like, hey, would you want to come in, and we're interested, blah, blah, blah. We would love to have you, you're talented, X, Y, and Z. And I was like, oh yeah, sure. Hell yeah. And right as I'm getting on the tram, he says something about it was like Raw or SmackDown. And I was like, wait, what? What did you say? And I was so scared to say, hey, can you repeat yourself? Because I know how it feels. That I said, yeah, for sure. Basically, what he was saying was, hey, we're not going to put you on Raw or SmackDown just yet. But
Could have been anything.
yeah. I didn't know. I was like, okay, sweet.
Yeah.
But he wanted me to
Could have been anything. Cody Rhodes is like, could have been anything, and you're down. Yeah, sweet. Just wanted out of AEW so badly.
Sean. And so that was like a big thing. I was like, of course I will. Yes, I would love that. That's all I really wanted is just resources. I feel like I'm a rough diamond that just needs a little polishing.
Hell yeah. So to finish off our WWE news, it's Wrensday, everybody. 2s in the chat for Wren QCC. Let's see peace signs in the chat. It is Wrensday on Rusev Day.
Hey guys, happy Wrensday. I know a lot of y'all are mad at me, and I understand because if I were you, I would also be mad at me. I didn't do what I did yesterday because I wanted to. I did it because I felt like I had to. Last night was not the Charles that I know. This is not Charles. And I know a lot of you are saying I threw the towel in because I wanted to keep Tavion in the NQCC, or I thought he was weak, or I didn't want him to go out like a man. But that's exactly the opposite. Tavion is the toughest person that I know. His leg was wrecked and he kept fighting because that's just who he is. He never quits. And I know that. And I need you to know that I knew that. And I did.
Wrensday is just her. Oh man, this one is like no theme. It's just her doing a confessional, feeling guilty about NXT. I fucking love it.
Did what I thought I had to do because I knew he would rather go down fighting than walk. So if you want to be mad at me, I don't know what else to say. But I did what I thought I had to do. Let's get to some questions.
Oh, Red. Oh, come on, Red. That's not very fair to be all bummed out before questions.
Question number 1. Have you ever listened to Sum 41? No.
No. You know she has. Shot at AEW.
Question number 2. Question number 2. Excited for Superman? No. Question number
No, just no. She's all boo-boo. She has boo-boo face, guys. Jobber face.
3. If you were stranded on a deserted island with an NXT superstar, which one would it be? No. Just kidding. I don't know who it would be, honestly, at this moment. I honestly would rather be there by myself. But if I had to choose, I could tell you who I don't want. Charles. Right now, I think Tavion's mad at me, so I definitely wouldn't be stuck on an island with him. And I also don't think that I would choose Miss GM Ava, because clearly she couldn't even choose me for Evolution. I mean, that's something we can talk about, right? Because, like,
Okay, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was Wrensday. Round of applause.